Hello, I am Janice.
And I am Patrice.
And we are Heritage and Horizons. Let me tell you, we are really going global because folks from all over are reaching out. They're liking and they're sharing and they're subscribing. So, if you have not yet liked, shared, or subscribed to Heritage and Horizon, I am appealing to you to do so now. We would really, really appreciate that.
And don't forget to hit the notification button so you don't miss an episode, even though we drop something every Monday and Thursday.
Yes.
So today we're going to talk a little bit about a work trip that I went on. And we mentioned before that sometimes we'll go on work trips and make that into a vacation. And that's exactly what we did. We went to San Diego in the summer of 2024. So what did you think?
I had been to California before. I'd been to San Diego before. But of course, we can't just do one thing. We had to stretch it a little bit. So, thank God I have a daughter who still works, and so she's always going on conferences, and so I am her tag along.
My assistant.
Yes. So, California is always a great trip. And just because California is so different, I think, from the rest of the United States. And we had a fantastic time. We started out in San Diego, but of course, we had to do some travels. So we got on board the Amtrak. Never been on the Amtrak before, and so this was really a great experience. First, we had to figure out which side of the railroad to stand on to take us to where we were going.
That was quite the experience.
Yes. We were asking, we're never afraid to ask questions. And so we were asking so many people, so many questions, and you never ask one person. Because just in case that one person doesn't know, then you have a backup. So we finally got to the right place, we got our tickets, and we waited. And remember, you're going to see some pictures later, so when we have stopped talking, you don't stop watching because pictures are coming.
So ultimately, just to kind of interrupt your story, we knew we were going to San Diego. The hotel was beautiful on the water, but we also wanted to do some things in the city. So, of course, do some research, and research kind of let us know that it was a very short 2-hour drive by train or by car, but we chose to take the Amtrak from San Diego to Los Angeles. So that was a pretty interesting train ride. Thank goodness for the internet because people on the internet did tell us that it was a good idea to take the train and sit on the upper level so that you could see the mountainside as well as the beach side on the drive up the coast or down the coast. From San Diego to California. One of the things that's pretty neat about California is that it's very diverse. So you have your mountains, you have every single season represented in California, which a lot of people don't think of. And then you have your ocean, of course, and the ocean is very different on that side than we have here in Florida. So the sand is different, everything is different, so that was good. So yes. We were able to go to Los Angeles.
And the diversity in the people.
Absolutely. Yes. We were able to go to Los Angeles, and we first decided to go to Hollywood and do one of those hop-on, hop-off buses. And truth be told, I don't have to go to Hollywood ever again.
No.
Yeah, it was just not the thing. But what we typically do when we do the hop on, hop off buses is we go around once, see what we want to see, and then if we want to get off, we do that. And so we decided to get off at Malibu, Venice Beach, and that was lovely.
That was beautiful.
And went to some really cool restaurants and kind of walked around spontaneously. Because spontaneity is something that we kind of like to integrate. And so that was fun. So,
Yes.
What else did you like about San Diego that we did?
Well, if I can go back to Los Angeles for a moment, I have always wanted to see that Hollywood Walk of Fame where those stars are all over the place. And so, of course, we had to hop off to see that. And I was expecting beautiful, shiny stars and not thinking that people walk on those stars every day, so they're not going to be nice and shiny as I see on TV, in the movies on TV. But nonetheless, it was great to walk and see some familiar names, and actually took a couple pictures of people who I've admired, movie stars who I've admired over the years. And that was good about Los Angeles. But as Patrice said, been there, done that. Don't have to do that again. But San Francisco is on my bucket list. So who knows? Next trip to California may just be to San Francisco.
And we also learned that we all think of Los Angeles as being like one city, but there's Los Angeles County as well as the city of Los Angeles. So I think if we get specific, the city of Los Angeles doesn't have to see me again, but I think the county might be good. I did actually find a hip hop tour. And a tour that included some notable parts of the rap community out in California. So I might do that, but Hollywood Walk of Fame, I don't need to see that again.
Yeah.
So what else did we see and do that you liked?
Well, you meant other than just trying different foods, because that's important too. Just using your taste buds to see what else is out there. So, speaking of San Diego, on my bucket list I have a long bucket list, as you will learn as we go along through this journey together, was the San Diego Zoo. And wow. If you have not even done some research, not even gone to visit the San Diego Zoo, I encourage you to do that. Now, the San Diego Zoo was one of my favorite, and I think you enjoyed that as well. Yeah. But what about the San Diego Zoo that really made an impact on you?
Well, I think, one, anytime I go to a new city, I like to go to zoos, aquariums, all that good stuff. Museums. We'll talk about a museum in a second, but I think that the diversity of what the San Diego Zoo had to offer, as well as just the walkability of it all, it flowed very well. And then the animals were just perfect. I know sometimes a zoo can be a little controversial, but I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, and the space, it's just so magnificent. So I encourage you all to do some research on the San Diego Zoo, and probably next summer that will be on your bucket list. Another place that we really visited, Patrice mentioned museums. You want to talk about the museum we went to?
Sure. I like to go to Black History museums in any city that I go to, especially in America. And so this particular museum was highly rated, a little quirky to say the least, but it was in a residential area, so it was a home that was converted into a museum. And we paid to get in, and we got a private tour by a gentleman who was very knowledgeable. But we got a lot of information about the local African Americans that lived that lived and originated the city of San Diego, how they worked with the Native Americans in the area as well as the Mexicans to create the environment that we see today as San Diego, and then the efforts of the city to preserve some of the history as well. So a lot of that was important. I love a museum that doesn't just focus on the enslavement of Africans, but a museum that also talks about the contributions. So it was really nice to see that, and quite a few artifacts, and got to purchase some things, which was lovely, and donate some money to the museum efforts as well. So that was pretty good. I enjoyed that museum.
And kudos to people who dedicate their lives to preserving history. Because, as we have often heard, if we don't know our past, then it is not going to positively impact our future if we don't know where we're going, where we started and where we're going. So, to all the librarians, to all the folks who do the research, to all the folks who donate artifacts so that we, when we go to cities, we can learn more and see. As educators, we're always trying to learn. So, also put that on your bucket list.
And I think also one of the things that we did, which was pretty exciting as well, was just really kind of enjoying the city and walking around the city, and really taking a little bit of inventory about the different neighborhoods. It's gonna sound weird, but sometimes we go to stores that we know locally to see comparison. And we went to one particular store, I won't say the name, and it was just interesting to see how different it was than the store that we have at home. So that was pretty neat. But the food there was pretty great. I will say that when you go someplace like that, you have to get seafood, and we did that as well. We did some local cuisines. We went to one restaurant, and there was a local fish that we had never heard of, a fish kind of local to that part of California. And it was delicious.
It was
It was wonderful.
Nicely seasoned.
Very similar to a snook, if you've ever had snook. And of course, naturally, I don't remember the name of it right now, but it was pretty good. But I think all in all, I would say that San Diego was an awesome place. I would love to go again to do different things. We also got to go to an aquarium, very tiny, very small aquarium. But it was very nice, and again, in a different part of town, so we got to experience that as well.
Yeah. The first time I went to San Diego, I went with my late husband, Patrick, dear Patrick. And one of the things we did at that time is we crossed the border and went to Mexico. Now, we had been to Mexico before, but not that section of Mexico, Tijuana, Mexico. And so that was very nice. I don't know if you're able to cross the border now to do that, but I am so glad that we did that. And that experience will stay with me for a very long time. I did not know that my husband liked, what's that drink?
Tequila.
So much until that trip.
Well, from the stories that I heard, he liked the tequila, but the tequila did not like him back. But yeah, so I didn't really drink that much on this particular trip because I did have to work in between all of our stuff. But I will say, with the exception of Hollywood, I'll definitely go back to that part of California. But California is so big, there's so much to see. Let us know where else you would like to go in California, because I would love to go to wine country. I'd love to go to Burbank. I'd like to go to Palm Springs. I'd like to do all sorts of different areas. San Francisco I've been to before, but it was a very short trip, so I would like to go again. But there are tons of different places that I would like to go in California, of course. But you tell us, where would you suggest that we go if we went to California again? And what do you think?
Not if,
When.
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 Again.
And what do you think about our adventure? Do you think that there was something that we missed? Let us know.
Yes. And why don't you send some suggestions while you're at it about places that you would like to see this mother-daughter duo visit? And we will certainly take you along for the ride.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So thank you as usual. And don't forget to
Like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We appreciate you for your time. We appreciate you for just hanging in there with us. We're growing slowly, but we can't grow without your help. So please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Until the next video, see you. Bye.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to Heritage and Horizons.